He's a PhD candidate in electrical and computer engineering. He's been in Toastmasters for about 2 years, and he'll be talking about elevator speeches. And after his speech, assisted by Funget, who's also in the Tecumseh Club, and a PhD candidate in electrical and computer engineering. He's been Toastmasters for 2 months now, and he's already competed in the area level as part of it.
And he won.
Yeah, he won.
Second place in the elevator. Oh, sorry, elevator.
Evaluation,
yes.
Competition. The exercise portion will mimic table topics. Being able to speak impromptu to the point is very important for successful speakers. So this will be demonstrated, and we do this every meeting at something called table topics. And also evaluations are important because that's how you get to really know where you need changes. That'll also be demonstrated. So, Misha?
Yeah, thank you, David. So I hope you have enjoyed the previous talks. It was lots of information, and now we will have the interactive part. So we would like you to speak as well. And the topic I chose for today is elevator pitch. So how many of you have been recently at the career fair? Should raise your hands higher. Or maybe somebody visited the conference this semester. Anybody planning to go for the conference? Okay, good. So just imagine that you are, let's take the example of when you're at the career fair. You are in the hall and there are many recruiters. They're sitting in their booths and there are long lines to speak to them. And you're already standing in this line, and in a minute or two it will be your time to talk to the recruiter. So what would you tell them? You would have a very limited time, maybe a minute, maybe 2 minutes, and this is the time where you need to create some interest in them. So as any big problem, it's better to break it into small problems, so that's why I suggest to represent this elevator speech into 4 parts. So the first one of them, as we meet somebody, we usually introduce ourselves. So for example, my name is Mikhail Shalaginov. Don't hurry up through your name, because you would like the other person to catch it, so that it sticks in their mind, and be positive, confident. The second part will be about your expertise or research area. So for example, my research expertise is in the field of quantum nanophotonics, and we employ the plasmonic and nanophotonic structures to improve the emission properties of color centers in nanocrystals. Well, in this case, there were so many unusual words for you, since you're not from this area. So in this case, I would suggest you to be careful. So you would like to determine what is your audience and be adaptive to it. So if you see a person who is probably not familiar with the field of with the field, and here will be the recruiter, so I would suggest maybe a simplified version of that. So you can say that my research area is quantum nanophotonics, and we work with atom-like systems which will help to advance the communication and computation technologies. After that, I'd like to mention what are the relevant skills you have. So for example, in this case, you can say that recently I have accomplished a project on building the quantum spin register, and it required precise nanoscale fabrication, large-scale numerical simulations, and also quantum optics characterization. At the end, you would like to bring the idea why I'm actually here, why they should be interested in you. So apparently they need some people, as for example Minyu mentioned, they are looking for effective people who can bring value to their company. So here you have, at the end you would like to bring the idea that you are graduating recently and you are highly interested to explore the job opportunities in that particular company. So the example would be, I'm graduating this semester and I'm looking for, and I'm highly interested in opportunities, in job opportunities in your company. So now, as I give you an example of how we can make this short introduction of yourself to the recruiter, I would like to invite you to practice and maybe give me your example of this elevator pitch. Anybody would like to give this short speech?
They've been using sensors and cameras to collect data on plants for 30 years, but now the computer power has now caught up with the ability to collect the data, so now they'll actually be able to do something to it.
Yeah. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
All right, so just to keep our meeting in time, I think we will try to conclude it right now, unless anybody else would like to try her elevator speech. So overall, this is an elevator pitch for finding your job opportunity or using it at the career fair, but I would encourage you to use these small talks, which, well, 2 minutes talk, but related to your expertise. So how well you can communicate your excellence, it's very important, and you never know, by using this communication technique, you can land some or find some hidden opportunities, extend your network, and who knows, also probably find your collaborators, future employers or future employees. So thank you for your participation in our interactive session of the Toastmaster. Thank you.
That concludes today's workshop. I hope it's been a profitable experience for everybody. I'd like to thank Purdue Graduate Student Government again for sponsoring the event. There's a sign-up sheet. If you could please sign in, this is very important for PGS and ourselves. And also, again, everyone's welcomed at any time to one of the Toastmasters meetings. The Comes to Club is every Friday at 7 a.m. in Laws Hall, 2077. And Toastmasters at Purdue is every Friday at noon in Corning Hall, 3059. And you can also stay back and meet with one of the members. But thank you everyone for attending.